I like to talk about our process a little bit like a repeatable golf swing. If I had a repeatable golf swing that I could count on, right, I could then work on golf course management. I don't have one of those, but I do have a repeatable process for Price to Win. And I've worked on this for decades. And it's a really strong process that takes us through the whole process of a top-down analysis where we look at historical spending, budgets, the customer buying behaviors, and all of those different things that help us understand the should cost, what the government thinks this thing should cost. And that sets sort of the benchmark for the project. It's not going to be more than that. Then we look at the bottoms up, and the bottoms up for a detailed engineering-based Price to Win engagement starts with a WBS development. We're simultaneously doing any architecture work, any of that kind of thing to build out bill of materials and hardware and software bills of materials, etc. From there, we're building out labor. We're building out what price labor would be, direct labor, wrap rates, fee, all of that kind of stuff. All of that comes together in a very sophisticated program plan for the program, because the program doesn't all happen in one day. It happens over time as the program would develop. And all of that then is rolled forward and priced in the government's CLIN structure, what the government wants delivered. So customers want to know, they want a lot of details. They want to know, CLIN, 100 alpha alpha. We have it estimated at $6.2 million in our model. We don't know what their internal estimate is, that's their business, but we're told our clients take our output and they compare it, in a pricing review and say, oh, well, McNulty's at 6.2, we're at 5.8, that seems to make sense. McNulty's at 6.2, we're at 8.4, maybe there's a problem. And so that process produces a deliverable that is very detailed, has a lot of fidelity behind it, so we can go over the numbers with our clients and talk about how we built that. The other thing that goes with that I think is a little different and maybe a discriminator, at least we're told by our customers, is when we deliver the product, if you will, the pricing and Price to Win analysis, it's a working model. So all of our workbooks work, all the equations are there, they all are in there for our customers to use. And they tell us that and it's designed to do this, they tell us that they use it to do what ifs. In other words, what if the bidder A changes their fee from 12% to 10%? You change that one little number, it'll run right through our workbook as a working model. You get the result out. So they can play with our analysis as a working tool. Right, deliverables are very important, right? That's all part of the process as well. We don't do one big drop for clients. We work at the draft RFP stage. Once the draft RFP is mature enough to really estimate the work, which is really what we're doing, we're estimating what the work will cost. Once the draft RFP is mature enough, we do our first estimates, usually with one competitor, and then we'll deliver that to the client, go over it with their technical team, go over it with their financial and price people, their senior management, and then we'll do another iteration and another iteration as the draft RFP and then the RFP and any amendments come out, we stay with it. We stay with it all the way through submission. And so that gives our clients a deliverable which consists of several maturing versions of a very sophisticated workbook in Excel and a slide deck, usually in PowerPoint, which builds from our kickoff meeting where we talk about the program and how we're going to go after the top down, the bottoms up, and then our first deliverable, what's in it, and things to think about, gaming strategies and all that kind of stuff, next steps, next deliverable. As the workbook matures, the PowerPoint slide deck matures. And that's great because a lot of times customers are doing lots of different things, right? And they say, okay, the number you're telling us is $47 million. What did you tell us last time? Well, it's right in the slide deck. So we want them to see what changed and why.